studio, we say hello, good morning to the legends that are Rick Pofford and Mr. Francis Rossi here. Status quo. Very nice to see you, boys.
Morning.
Are you football fans?
Yeah, I always like to watch football, but I don't have a designated team.
Do you become more interested when you see that man speaking?
Yes, well...
That's all I see.
He's got to blow my nose. Yeah.
He's incredible.
Well, listen, the boys have been around. How long have you been around, incidentally?
Since just after the old king died, I think it was. We started out, didn't we?
Yeah, Victoria's christening.
Yeah. And could I ask you, do you still like it? Do you like it?
Oh, should we go?
Do you?
Should be on our side,
I'm so sorry.
It's what we do, isn't it? I mean, you know, it's, I think we're very
what we do, yeah.
privileged to be still doing it after all these years. I think we're very lucky to still be around, really.
Yeah, well, I think you're very clever with what you're doing now, because we've got a new album out here as well, and this is a double purpose, because not only is the music there, not only have we got the hits on this, we have got the concert dates on this as well. You're going on tour, and it's a way of promoting both. Is there new stuff here, or is it a mixture? Is it all back catalogue stuff?
No, it's a completely new album with 14 new tracks. Plus, in the army now, the new recording of that, which we did for Help the Heroes. And then there's a second album in there of, we've called the Live Bootleg, which is taken from various gigs around Europe as a kind of a bonus, really.
Yeah, so you get your Carolines in there and whatever you want, and down, all that
The
sort
old
of thing.
nuggets,
We're
yeah.
going to listen to a new nugget now. This one is, what's this one? No one knows what it is. You'll tell me what it is, but rock and roll.
No, we
years.
won't.
Okay, here we go. Rock and roll and you.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. I was watching a documentary on Freddie Mercury and Queen the other night, and they were doing the Band-Aid stuff and the Live Aid stuff in '85, and you guys were there on stage, and I mean, it just was incredible, that crowd and everything to do with it. A lot of people will say, and you hear it there, and we've had tweets today, and people are saying you're often described or seen as a three-chord band, but they want to know, for that observation or criticism, call it whatever you want, have you ever actually seen anybody that can impersonate you really well?
Honestly, no. Most people think it's easy to do, and you have to be kind of committed to it. And I've said all that before, but you know, there are some bands out there. But if we see a band of ours, we don't think they're very good. If I see a Queen tribute, they sound great. So we wouldn't be the best to judge.
There are a lot of cover bands out there. There's one in Australia we went and saw earlier in the year called State Oz Quo. I went to see them and they were absolutely crap.
Yeah, awful. Terrible.
Did they know that you were there watching?
I don't know.
That would have surprised them, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Best if they didn't. Yeah.
It encourages you to keep going, I suppose.
Yeah,
if they're
we don't
earning
need a lot of
living out
encouragement to keep going.
Charlotte's fascinated with the whole Latin side of things, are you not?
Yes, well, I was wondering, I'm sure you've been asked this many times, but who came up with the name and why you decided to call yourselves that?
There's talk that people are trying to do a musical, and the people that are writing the script for the musical thought the Quid Pro Quo would be a good title, and it goes very well with this project. And we've had various Latin things before, and that was in the '60s, a while ago, and that was kind of corny. But as things go round, it's not as corny as it used to be. Perhaps, I don't know. Is it? Perhaps it's corny. Yeah. It just sounds good. Quid pro quo.
Well, it does. Yeah, quid pro
I'll
quo.
scratch yours.
Yeah, there you go.
Shall we go? Oh, sorry.
Had a tweet from Falconville, and he asks, do you still have, this is for you, Francis, do you still have the green Telecaster you used in gigs in the early '70s?
Yeah, it was a sunburst, but I got really clever when I was younger, sanded it down a couple of times, painted it different colours, and just left it green, because at that time it was a fascinating thing to do with wood. You could see the grain, and I thought that'd be really good. And I never actually finished painting it, so it stayed like that.
It stayed like that. And how many guitars would you have? I mean, would you have like cupboards full, garages full of these things, or what do you do? Or do you update them very regularly?
I think we've got quite a few guitars between us. I suppose I've never really looked. I suppose I've got 30 or 40 guitars,
Yeah, about
kind
80
of
between us.
laying around, you know.
And are they like, you know the way a snooker player has a cue or a tennis player has a racket, a favourite one that they have? I mean, or do you just go in and out of phases with these things?
Oh, no, no. We've got our two-stage tellies, which we literally couldn't do without. I mean, if we lost those, it'd be like losing an arm, you know, because nothing compares to those. It's like a good wine, really. Over the years, you can pick a brand new telly up now, a brand new Telecaster, and you can play it, and it won't sound anything like that. They just mature with age, and they sound fantastic.
I was just thinking,
like
mature
us,
with
really.
age, yeah, very good.
Do you prefer outside or arena gigs? Outside or arena gigs?
That's difficult. It depends on the night and so on. You know, over say 12,000 people, it starts to get difficult. So when outdoors, you're likely more than 12,000 people, and we always like that communication with our audience. And the bigger they go, the less personal it becomes. It becomes slightly a different thing. You kind of have to exaggerate everything for the person at the back to.
When you're playing one of the big festivals and you've got, let's say, a flat audience in front of you with no sides and stuff like that, you've got 40, 50, sometimes 60,000 people, and you can't relate to all of them because you can't, you know, you can relate to the first 10,000, I suppose, but after that, it's, you know, what are those people doing at the back? You can't see them.
Well, Rick Francis, thank you both very much indeed. The Quo Fest, you've got Roy Wood and Kim Wilde on tour with you in December. You start on the 3rd of December in Birmingham, my birthday. Might be a night out, that.
Come along.
And finish on the 17th in Glasgow. Great talking to you. The new album, Quid Pro Quo, and it's got the official live bootleg on that as well with all the old hits. Boys, indeed, good.